Well, hi there, Internet. My name's Court. You've got courtside seats for my review of Deadpool 2. Let's do it. Deadpool 2 is an action-adventure comedy from director David Leitch and 20th Century Fox. It's a sequel to 2016's Deadpool and stars Ryan Reynolds, Josh Brolin, Morena Baccarin, Zazie Beets, Brianna Hildebrand, TJ Miller, Julian Dennison, Karen Sony, and Leslie Uggams. After surviving a near-fatal bovine attack, a disfigured cafeteria chef struggles to fulfill his dream of becoming Mayberry's hottest bartender while also learning to cope with his lost sense of taste. Oh, I'm sorry. You wanted the real synopsis. Foul-mouthed mutant mercenary Wade Wilson, aka Deadpool, brings together a team of fellow mutant rogues to protect a young boy of supernatural abilities from the brutal time-traveling mutant Cable. First things first, let's get it out of the way. I absolutely loved Deadpool 2. It was fabulous. Much like the first one was, in fact, a love story, this movie is very much a family movie. I'm not saying take your little kids to see it, but it's a movie about family. It's a family movie through the twisted filter that is Deadpool. As we all know, Ryan Reynolds was born to play this role, and he's amazing at it. He's very, very funny. He also acts the out of it in certain scenes. He and Morena Baccarin, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, they still have stupid good chemistry. She's not in the movie all that much. I wish there would have been a little bit more of her, but here we are. I would have liked to have had more Negasonic Teenage Warhead. I really liked her in the first movie. I really liked her in this movie. She's got that great sarcastic snark that's really fun, really funny. Now, Josh Brolin as Cable. Was he good? Of course he was good. He's Josh Brolin. That's what Josh Brolin does. He's badass. He's intimidating. He's even kind of funny at times. Not too much. They don't make him be funny too much because he is very much the straight man of the movie. But when he is funny, he's not funny in the way Deadpool is because it's not goofy and over the top. It's him delivering a stern line that actually has a punchline to it. But for me, the standout performance in this flick, the big surprise was Zazie Beets as Domino. I have only seen Zazie Beets in Geostorm, and she wasn't good in that, but I don't think we should hold that against her because it was Geostorm. She's great in this movie. She's awesome every second she's on screen. Again, she and Ryan Reynolds have really good chemistry together, and she's just tons of fun to watch. Now, like I said, this film is hilarious. I think it is funnier than the first movie. I still prefer the first movie because I'm a sucker for an origin story, but I think this one is funnier. And yet it doesn't cross the line. It knows when it needs to take itself seriously for the story. And on top of being funny and finding that line, this movie also has genuine emotion, earned emotion. I got teary at one point in a Deadpool movie. That's great. There are also a few really good cameos in this film. If you haven't seen the movie yet, don't look at IMDb because some of those people are listed and it's gonna kill the surprise. Speaking of cameos though, if Stan Lee had a cameo in this movie, I didn't see it. He may well have and I just missed it because there's a lot going on, but I did not see Stan Lee in this film. The soundtrack is also fabulous. You have, of course, Celine Dion, because Canada. But you also get a bunch of cheesy songs from people like Air Supply, Pat Benatar, Aha, Cher, Dolly Parton. And even though they're kind of cheesy songs, not that I'm saying I don't like the songs, I do like the songs, but they are kind of cheesy, but they work so well in context that it's just gonna have you laughing your head off. An interesting note, and I don't think this is a spoiler, but an interesting note is this movie doesn't really have a clear villain. Cable is playing more of an anti-hero role, and there are other bad guys in the movie doing bad guy stuff and being mean to people, but there's no Thanos in this movie is basically what I'm trying to say. The plot more revolves around them trying to prevent something from happening rather than them trying to stop a bad guy. Now, let's talk about the bad in the movie, and honestly, there is very, very little. It seems like they saved their CGI budget for the CGI characters like Colossus and another one, which I'm not going to spoil. They looked great. However, some of the action sequences, there was some pretty dodgy CGI going on, particularly there's a car chase in the middle of the movie. Some of it was just like, that doesn't look great, but oddly, it kind of added to the charm of the movie. I will say the movie did also slow down a bit at times. It's only about 2 hours, but I do think you could have shaved maybe 10 minutes off of it. That's pretty much all I've got for the bad. Now, mid-credit sequence. I generally don't stay for mid or post-credit sequences. I generally don't like the practice of doing them, particularly in the MCU. Sometimes they are amusing, but a lot of times they're more just kind of a commercial for the next movie. With this movie, I knew I wanted to because it's Deadpool and it's probably gonna be funny. The first one is mildly amusing, but the first one really only exists to set up the second one. The second one is probably the best mid-credit scene of all time. I know other people have been saying that, and in my opinion, it's absolutely true. Not only is it absolutely hilarious, I would say it was probably the second funniest sequence in the entire film. I was absolutely killing myself in that second mid-credit sequence. absolutely worth your time to stick around. In the end, I have a couple of mild problems with Deadpool 2, but overall, it is absolutely hysterical. It's genuinely emotional at times. It's tons of fun. It's an absolute ride, and it's totally worth your time. Now, I don't have a proprietary rating system as of yet, so I'm just trying to figure out what I'm going to give Deadpool 2. And I think I'm going to give Deadpool 2 a... out of 10. So now I want to know, have you seen Deadpool 2? What did you think about it? Which do you like better? Deadpool 1, Deadpool 2? Whatever your thoughts, hit the comments below. Let's discuss. If you enjoyed this review, please smash that like button and give it a share if you really liked it. And hey, why not take a second, do me a favor, click subscribe to my channel for more movie reviews, entertainment news, trailer reactions, all that good stuff. You can do so by clicking the Courtshake logo at the bottom right of your screen. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.